Hey guys, Moda here. I would like to showcase this character I was talking about in the earlier video. It's CI Blade Flurry Gladiator with max block and Abyssus. It's now level 92. It has cleared most of the endgame content. I will quickly go over all of its attributes and we'll leave a Shaper and Uberaziri kill at the end of the video. So here it is with all its glory. As I said, the character is level 92 at the moment. It has cleared essentially all the content. Here are the stats. Gear, you'll need dagger like this, or you can start with Bino's kitchen knife and then see for yourself if it's enough. It would be definitely enough for up to tier 15 maps, but for Guardians and Shaper I don't really think so. So you will need something like 300 and over DPS dagger like this. This even has block chance, additional block chance, so it complements this build perfectly. Abyssus, of course, try to find one with as less of increased physical damage taken as you possibly can. Shield as much ES as you can get, and as much block also. ES from shield also is amplified by nodes like these, increased defenses from equipped shield. Chest piece, nothing special, you just need as much ES as you can possibly get. On your jewelry, you want as much physical damage as you can possibly get. And on amulet, crit multi is the next priority, energy shield, and you would want to look for open prefix so you can craft percent ES later on. Steel ring is very nice for this kind of build. Void heart is for bonus poison. With this playstyle you don't suffer that much, even if you get stunned a lot, because you already dish out one attack and it's enough to clear most packs, because when they stun you, the attack returns, and we basically, interestingly enough, I use Shaper's Touch. I decided not to replace it because it gives so many good stats for this build. Mainly accuracy rating and increased physical damage. It's like over 60% increased melee physical damage, and like, what is it? 700 accuracy rating. You can't get that much accuracy rating on any other equipment piece. Bonus energy shield, and yeah, that's about it. Crystal belt, and that is where I put my resist. But if you manage to fit them elsewhere, you can get, like, I'm not even sure what do you want. Maybe a reduced flask uses, or flask effect duration. Is this even a thing? Yeah, it is. You can craft it on bow maker's tools. Also, what you can craft, what is very useful for this kind of build, is reduced damage taken from damage over time. That is on the Gladiator's workbench from Leo, Master of the Arena. You require him at level 2, level 3, and that is very easily doable by basically making two of his daily quests, and you'll make it there. Boots, some resists, as much yes as you can get. Next up, flasks. Taste of Hate, very nice. Lion's Roar, almost essential for damage boost. I mean, it's like a 7th link. Since Rebirth, not necessary that much, but it sometimes might save you if you don't have other immunity from Ignite. Diamond Flask, almost essential, because this build only has 50% crit chance. Ample Silver Flask of Heat. Before that I was using Kiara's Determination. Where is it? Kiara's Determination. And it worked well. However, almost on none of my builds I use protection from curses, and it was basically saving me from stuns and freeze and chill. Stuns, as I mentioned before, isn't as much of a problem. However, freeze and chill is very huge deal on this build, because you are not saved by anything. I couldn't fit in Crystal Bell Toxium. It would save me from freeze at most times, but problem with Kiara's Determination, its last time is very low, so it won't be 100% of the time. Also, you can only use it once, and then you have to refill it, unless you have some crazy. You would need 25% reduced flask charges used. You cannot get it on a single equipment. You can get up to 20% reduced flask charges used on your belt, and you must get other 5 from basically Ascendancy class. Yeah, so I decided to use some flask of heat, and Silver Flask fits well. It lasts long, and I found it with plus 20 maximum flask charges, so I can use it twice against bosses without refilling. Alright, so passive tree. I'll go from the beginning. Basically you go like this, take those melee fizz damage nodes, take as much block as you can possibly get. So you choose this path, go there, jewel socket, those nice, very nice shield nodes, leech, those very nice shield nodes. You might wanna take these, but I opt to pass on them. Maybe if I go level 94, which won't gonna happen, I don't have that much patience. You can get those or even these ones if you go level 96. Jewel socket, dagger nodes, wall pact, essential. Some of the resists. Talking about the resist, I will have to mention it later on. This path, go there, dagger nodes. I chose to take all of these dagger nodes. Ghost Reaver, of course, Chaos Inoculation, AoE nodes, and ES nodes. Right, so talking about elemental resistances. Recently I started to pass on them, getting them on gear, and instead I'm getting them from jewels. You can get +10 to all elemental resistances from only one affix on jewel. So you're basically getting 30% to elemental resistances. It's huge. If you have 4 sockets, you basically get 40%, up to 40% to all elemental resistances. So you can get more essential stats on your gear and fit in more uniques like these and these. I'm too poor to get Legacy Voidheart right now, but I would definitely do that. It would help a lot against bosses, because the only chance to poison I have is this 36% and additional 30% when I crit. However, on normal situations I only have 50% chance to crit, so divided by 2. So overall I only have 50% chance to poison on a hit. Alright, Ascendancy class. First I took Gratuitous Violence. It causes a bleeding on a hit. And what's more important, enemies explode. It's good at any point in the game to clear packs efficiently. So I would take this node anytime over Outmatch and Outlast. What it is basically is Blood Rage without additional attack speed. It doesn't help against bosses. Without additional attack speed and life leech. So it's kinda worse than Blood Rage, which is a single gem. You don't have to invest into anything. Just watch out not to die like me. Next up, Painforged. 8 additional block chance. And some damage if you took no damage recently. Versatile Combatant for block chance conversion. And Violent Retaliation finally for some bonus stats, bonus damage and mobility. So this character only has 64% block chance while idle. However, if you go mapping, I have cast when damage taken Tempest Shield with increased duration. So when I take damage, not only the Tempest Shield activates, not only the Painforged activates, which gives me a bonus 8% block chance, but also Tempest Shield, which brings me to 75% block chance. Yeah, so we got ahead of ourselves. Now, Gemlings. It can be different from mine, but this is the way I made my setup. Mobility, shield charge, 45 faster attacks. You can make it on 4-link with Culling Strike, with bonus quality. It will make your shield charge faster, and you can cool your bosses, hard bosses. Next, Wall Haste, cast on damage taken, Tempest Shield, as I mentioned before, with increased duration. 2 of my auras, Hatred and Discipline, with Enlighten. Enlighten isn't needed at all, because Blade Flurry only uses that much mana, 13. You won't get low on this. Shield charge is very cheap also, so I kinda had it and just put it on, because this link would be unused. Second cast on damage taken setup is with Summon Ice Golem. For quality of life, I don't love casting it manually. Vulnerability, my single curse, and Molten Shell. Flame Dash, when I can't get over objects with shield charge. Ancestral Virtue, for that up to 18% more melee damage when it's active. Blood Rage for bonus attack speed and Frenzy Charge generation, as well as Leech. And Wall Lightning Trap for shock. The main setup uses Blade Flurry, increased AoE, melee physical damage, increased critical strikes, melee damage on full life, and faster attacks. I think it's an ultimate setup. You can't get better than this. You can try added fire damage instead, faster attacks, or increased critical strikes, more of a faster attacks. However, you would lose on poison damage and bleed. Jewels. As I try to make this gimmick of capping out on block chance, I got additional 4% on my all of my 4 jewels. Other than that, you need things like physical damage when with daggers or one-handed melee weapons, or melee physical damage, AoE damage, attack speed on any of those things, melee damage also is alright. And I got percent to all elemental resistances also on all of my gear. Yeah, so that's how my jewels look. 3 and 4th. They're not perfect, some of them, but they do work, and they are not as expensive as, say, for property damage jewels. Then those can be worth many exalts. Not many builds rely on block, and not many builds need their resistances capped on jewels. So that's why they're not so expensive. They're kinda niche, you can see. Also, I have included this character stats into Path of Building. I'll leave a code in the description so you can look at it yourself. But basically, yeah, at first stage it's DPS is like 200,000, and at 6th 460. You can swap gear. You have got some passive tree changes. Suit yourself, basically. Overall, I was happy how this character turned out. It worked as it was supposed to. And I would even dare to say it might be hardcore viable because of all of that block chance and 10k of ES pool. So if you have enough currency, go ahead and try it, even in hardcore, and clear that endgame content. Just get some way to prevent yourself from getting frozen reliably, and you're good to go. So I'll leave you guys with a footage from Uber Adziri and Shaper runs. This was Moda. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Oh fuck. Spell block OP. Don't even need to dodge anything. Easy game. One guy just turned away. Nope. Oh. Balls. that I will use slow haste. Now? No, not now. Wall. So many walls. What are those walls? Oh, fuck. That's a great placement. Hey, out of my babe. No. Okay. Motherfucker. Please? Maybe? Damages. Wasted all lightning trap. Bed. Where is he? What the fuck? That's cheating. Did she die? Did she die? She did. Okay, I hope she'll respawn in time though. She did. Good girl. Oh, that's a bad ball. That was a bad ball. That wasn't too good too. Oh, and that was freeze. I'm awful. He seems